Welcome, everybody, to the Garden State. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. This is the scene just before we came on air. This New York crowd fired up by the arrival of their G-men as they burst from the locker room. They're ready to go as the Giants get set to match up with the Washington football team. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. They'll run for the first time with Saquon Barkley. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. From the gun, here's Fields. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. He'll buy some time right. Open target here, Darius Slayton. And he's brought down. A little glimpse of his athleticism there and what they're going to have to deal with. He can use his legs to dance around back behind the line of scrimmage and beyond the line of scrimmage.
And wouldn't you love to get a copy of their defensive scouting report going into the week? Because that's been stressed the whole time. Keep him bottled up. Keep him in the pocket. But it's the first drive of the game and emotions are running high. Someone forgot that, trying to make a big play, and gave up a bigger one instead.
A first down carry for Barkley. Barkley hit and the ball pops free. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused. Because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think that you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
On second down, here's Barkley. A little juke. And some space here. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. 43 yards yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries. He showed his shiftiness and his explosion to take him all the way down near the goal line.
Love that description, and it creates momentum. Maybe you hand it to him again since he's got it going, or do you fake it to him and throw it to a teammate? Right now, the options are wide open.
First and goal from just inside the 5. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
Second and goal from the 1. Barkley will score. Touchdown, New York. Well, CD, there didn't seem to be much resistance there down near the goal line.
Yeah, partner, from what I saw there, not a real good job of matching up defensively because to me, they looked like they were just in their base 3-4 package. You need bigger bodies in there in a goal line type situation. The 3-4 are fine between the 20s, but not down here when you're guarding your end zone.
Now following the touchdown, Hoff-Richter to kick off. Taken in at the 3. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Throwing to start the drive. Chambers. And it's out. He put it on the carpet. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
They'll run on 1st down. Barkley. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. This Washington defense, Charles, terrific in the victory a week ago.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Fields. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And down inside the 15 he goes.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. To throw is Fields. Eluding the pressure right. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Justin Fields with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Giants have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. extra point right down the middle, and it's now 14-0. Now following the touchdown, Hoff-Richter to kick off. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
You always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
Second down and 12 at the 19-yard line. Looking to throw. Chambers. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Back to throw. Chambers. And this almost intercepted. Not sure he saw the free safety that time. But lucky, incomplete. That'll bring up fourth down. So on fourth down, Washington going to call on Tress Way to punt it away. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. A first update now out of Jacksonville. And it's an early lead there for the Saints. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
On second down now, Barkley. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. So, Charles, you talk about this head coach, and let's face it, this season certainly has not gone the way many had expected or at least hoped. And I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier this week.
Yeah, we certainly did, didn't we? Because, let's face it, he's heard the whispers, and they're going louder that he shouldn't be around next year. He essentially stormed out of that meeting you just referenced with the reporters. How did he end it? We're done here. Well, that's a function of losing and all the pressure that's on him. You hear about pressure creating diamonds? In this case, it's bursting the pipes of the coach.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he will have a first down here at about the 40.
And we tend to give those running backs that are slashers a lot of credit, but how about guys who are maulers? Because that's who you want in short yardage situations, and we just saw that occur right there, didn't we?
Vertical, downhill running. first down. Barkley, and he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. You know, if following up on this head coach and the pressure that he is under, CD, I want to switch it to you because you've been on winning teams, but I know you've been in similar situations too where things just are not going well. How do you approach that as a player?
It's a tough approach, Brandon, because you actually have to do the opposite of what you would think. You know, in your mind, you're thinking, I redouble my efforts, I go harder. In a sense, you have to back off a little bit. You have to do a little bit less. Do what you're supposed to do, but don't take on the pressures of doing more and trying to do your teammates' jobs as well. If you do that, that's really going to lead you to more issues.
And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. A shotgun snap. Fields to Barkley on the check down. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. They'll run with Barkley. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, not get loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. On first down, Fields. That'll be caught. It's Tony. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A big play that time through the air. 30 yards. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They will zoom and pass, and he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Giants are able to grow their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 21-0. Now following the touchdown, Hoff-Richter to kick off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big third down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
To throw on third down, Chambers. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
Taken from just outside the 30. Now after the punt on that play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 38-yard line.
It's our time. It's our time. It might give me 2. Might give me 2.
Now Fields. This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. But third down coming up. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Check 52's the line. Check 52's the line. Sweet. Check 6 guys. Kill.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Throwing to start the drive. Chambers. And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's 2nd down now. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Looking to throw. Chambers going up top. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
An attempt at a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Chambers. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in a defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the first down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know, there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. Well, CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Fields on 1st down. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Barkley, toss play left. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 75 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here. Out of the gun, Fields rolling to his right. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
On 2nd down, Barkley, and he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two, because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
The Giants on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Fields now to throw. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And he will have a Giants 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. On 1st and 10, here's Fields. Being chased out left. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Off play action, Fields. Escaping the pressure right. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. There he goes, left side. And he will bring this one back. It is a pick six for a Washington touchdown. So they obviously declined that, and it is a touchdown.
They still had the option, but let's face it.
There's no option.
There's no option when you score a touchdown. An easy call for them.
Extra point by McCann, up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Throwing after the interception. Fields. That's complete to Tony. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And this will be a Giants first down as he's got this up to the 35-yard line. Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And off his back foot, he'll heave this one deep. And this one is incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit him over the top, unsuccessfully.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Watch the screen. 52.
Here's Fields. He dumps it off to Barkley. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Now a first down throw, Fields. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
They'll run on first down. Barkley. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 93 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Fields. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Montez Sweat, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. 13 yards remaining on second down.
Check back. Check back. Hey, check back 47. Check back 47. Check back. Check back.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash, this from an even 40 yards out. And his kick is right there. It's good. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. Washington down on the scoreboard, but they are getting the football first here, and we are back underway on EA Sports. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball into the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
Second half starts with a run by Gibson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. To throw on second down, Chambers. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
Hey, let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
On third down, Chambers. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Washington. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. Fielded at the 20. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. It's a 54-yard punt with a return of 11. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one...
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Montez Sweat make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
He's the NFL sack leader coming into the game, and now that's 2 more that he's added to his total.
He wants some separation from spot 1 and 2 in that sack category. On second down now, Barkley, and he'll be tackled at about the 35. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
Big stop, D. Big stop. Let's go. Check 52's the money. Check 52's the money.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
And here's Hoffrichter now, the punter, as he sends this one away. Just a 25-yard punt, not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Looking to throw. Chambers. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points. And the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch them.
And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Levi Onwuzurike. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw. Chambers. And that is incomplete.
2 things you can do in that situation. Run and punt the football or try and take your shot at getting the 1st down. They chose the latter, but they'll have to punt all the same.
Here's Tressway now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Averaging over 50 yards of punt so far as this one's away. This is brought in at the 21. And that one a 55-yard punt, 13 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Back to throw. Fields. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him?
And looking for Kirk, but this pass is intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Curl. And running with power here. Past the 20. And he will bring this one back. It is a pick six for a Washington touchdown.
I think this is where you have to have the term situational football in your head, because this game is pretty much in the palm of your hand, and the one thing you can't afford to do, turn the ball over. Now you've given the patient a little bit of a heartbeat, haven't you? And now they're feeling it, and they're back in this game.
Yeah, still a little bit of a lead, but that makes things more interesting. We're still just in the third quarter here. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Third quarter from MetLife Stadium. Here's a 2nd and 10. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
From the gun on third down, Fields. And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's fourth down.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Throwing on first down, Chambers. And his throw here's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Here's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Chambers. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
They'll look to throw again. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
2nd and 9. Off play action. Chambers. Sideline throw. It's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Gibson here running out of the gun. Divine Diablo there to make the stop.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
2nd and 5 at the 16-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Once more, Gibson. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Gibson. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about his desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. Shotgun handoff to Gibson. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson His third touchdown now on the year. And Washington able to make this a close game again. Extra point by McCann, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter.
Washington 21.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a one-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Horn. So, my goodness, I wouldn't have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the second half. I just wonder on the other side of the field where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there and play.
On first down, Gibson. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Back to throw. Chambers. He's got it to Gibson. Touchdown. Antonio Gibson with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And Washington has taken the lead. Extra point by McCann, up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
Now it's Fields. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. From the gun, here's Fields. And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
On first down, it's Fields. It got his man complete. Touchdown, Giants. Kadarius Toney, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Giants are going to jump back in front. Point after, right down the middle. And that gives them a 3-point lead. Now following the touchdown, Hoff-Richter to kick off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. On 1st and 10, Chambers. Throwing left side, it's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big connection on that one. 31 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Chambers. That's out to the flat for Gibson. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. A handoff for Gibson. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Chambers. He'll check that down to Gibson out of the backfield. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They've moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And Washington has once again taken the lead. Extra point by McCann, up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game.
Giants 31,
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
47's the mic. 47's the mic. Get ready. Get ready.
A shotgun snap, Fields. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
On first down, Fields. Flushed out right. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, not much there that time, and I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he just throw the ball away and he winds up only picking up a yard or two.
Second and 8 coming up.
Right there. 56. 3 buzz. 56, the mic, boys. 56. Check 56. Watch the flag.
Now Fields. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And he's a long ways into Washington territory before hitting the turf. It's a big-time play there for the G-men.
Well, this is where an offense needs to show what it's made of, and in fact, where a quarterback needs to show what he's made of, trying to engineer a fourth-quarter comeback, and he hits a big one right there.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. That'll be a pickup of 4 as they work with his 4-point fourth-quarter lead. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And they're knocking on the door. 2nd and goal now in a 1-score game. And Barkley will try to punch it in. And he is not going to get in as the big bodies stop him at the 1. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. For the lead, here's 3rd and goal. Here's Barkley, and he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the G-men have taken the lead here in the 4th. They do tack on the extra point as well, so it's now a 3-point game here in the closing stages as a field goal now can only tie it. Now following the touchdown, Hoff-Richter to kick off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. They're set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And that one nearly intercepted. That would have sealed it. Instead, it'll be second down. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll look to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35.
Well, they got the yardage they needed there, picked up the first down, got out of bounds. How about the urgency that they have, as well as the understanding of where they are on the field?
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Back to throw. It's a first down and more for Gibson. Gets this to Gibson. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson. 65 yards. And Washington has taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. Important extra point up and through, and that will make this a 4-point game.
42, Giants 38.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were...
And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. And he's a long ways into Washington territory before hitting the turf. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Here's a give to Barkley, and he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Another try for Barkley. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the 4th. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal.
13, watch 13.
Back to throw. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow. I know it's a never say never situation, But to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late. But now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
Now following the touchdown, Hoff-Richter to kick off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you get a decision. Are you in field goal range or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
He'll look to throw. That one caught by Gibson. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. He's back to throw. Throw right side taken in by Gibson. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A big play that time through the air. 31 yards. Big plays back and forth just continue. Both offenses excelling.
And I hear the excitement in your voice while you're calling this game. This hurts my soul as a defensive player, watching these teams go up and down the field and put points on the board.
Do me a favor the rest of the way. Sit back, relax, and just appreciate the offensive dominance that's going on out here.
I'll give it a shot.
And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. Now on comes the Washington field goal unit. With 3 seconds to go, if it's good, we're off to overtime. And his kick is good. And in the fourth quarter, this game is tied. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
As we said, they control their own destiny now. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Here's a give to Gibson. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
To throw on second down, Chambers. He'll dump that off to Gibson, complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. He's padding his already great numbers here in overtime. More importantly, though, moving his guys downfield.
And I think that's exactly what's going through his head right now. Moving them downfield, putting them in a position to win the game. The stats, that's for the fantasy guys. I know they're enjoying that show.
On first down, Chambers. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Azeez Ojulari. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Back to throw. Chambers. Finding Gibson on the slant. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 20-yard line.
Well, they showed a 5-receiver set, had the backfield empty, and lined the running back out to the left. Plenty for the quarterback to process both pre- and post-snap, but he was able to find his man, and it turns into a big play.
They'll run on first down. It's Gibson, and he'll get this down only to the 18. Big Leonard Williams there on the stop. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys, poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Once that ball was popped in the air, you could almost hear the silence, the collective breath being held here in the stadium.
Let's be honest about it. We both came out of our chairs, didn't we? All right, anytime you see the ball in the air like that, there is that collective rise, the crowd holding its breath, and boy, oh boy, the moment of truth as it comes down. Man, that was something.
Everything magnified here in overtime. To throw on third down, Chambers. And this will be caught. Touchdown. They needed overtime to get it done, but put this one in the win column. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Washington, that early momentum continues here as they move to 4-0. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the New York Jets. Meanwhile, for the Giants, the defeat is their first of the year as they drop to 3-1. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head up to Orchard Park to take on the Buffalo Bills.